Hey guys, I'm going to show you some portrait tips from some really exceptional photographers. These are just small bits from the 5-day deal course package. It includes over 30 courses in the bundle, which is really amazing. First up is Peter Hurley. He's a premier headshot and portrait photographer in New York City. He's showing us how he works with his subject and how you have to teach them about using their expressions for the camera.
Here I am with Christine, and of course, I'm going right back to the basics. I'm teaching her chin out, front shoulder down, making sure she knows that the mouth, eyes, eyebrows all need to be engaged to create expression, and I'm doing that over and over and over again with each client that I shoot, whether I think they know it or not. I've taught you guys about eyes, eyebrows, and mouth, and the movement of each. You got to teach your clients that too. But the main thing is that confidence comes from the eyes and the approachability comes from the smile. So you get a slight smile, and then the eyes, if you're like this, you're not confident. Yeah, but watch this. If I go.
Right.
It's more, it makes the onlooker think.
Okay.
So little tiny smile, hold that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hold it. Good. There you go. So the third thing you can move, so those are two things that you can move on your face. Mouth and eyes and eyebrows. So you can be a little bit like, yeah, I like that. I like that. And what I do is I shoot a lot and then I delete like crazy. So I just want you to experiment the whole time. Turn the body to the other side. Flip the hair off this shoulder. That's it. Hold that. Scoot it forward a little bit. Hold that. That's beautiful. Hold that. Hold that. Good. Drop the front shoulder down a touch. Bend at the waist towards me. Lean towards me. Lean. See? Leaning. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. I love it. Good. And then I compensated for the lean with the camera to get it a little less tilty. I like the white on white a lot. I got her in there, and the first thing I noticed was that she had the slight eye difference. We warmed her up. We gave her a couple tips, and all of a sudden she started working the camera like she had done it a million times.
No,
Scoot this way. Oh, really? Scooting it. I want you in the center always. So scoot a little bit, but turn that way. Turn back. I like that angle. I like you on both sides. Hold that. Remember that your right eye is the bigger eye, so try and squint that one a little bit, and you should have. Yes, I love that. Don't be afraid. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Most people can. So we're back to the eye difference with Christine, right? She's got her right eye's bigger than her left eye. So I actually tell people to squint the big eye down, and that can work because we have independent control over our eyes.
Now here's my segment from my course, The Secrets to Amazing Photos from the Masters of Photography, where I cover tips from tons of outstanding photographers, like this one from top wedding and portrait photographer Bambi Cantrell.
I like clean, simple lines. When you look through any of my photography, very seldom do you see a lot of background. It's not about the location to me. It's about the face and about the subject. Once I have identified the location where I want my subject to appear, where I want them to be, the most important element that has to go into it is having my subject forget the camera's there. So I really want to take a personal interest in my subject at that point, look into their eyes and talk with them and get them to forget about that monster, the camera that's there, and then really be able to pull from them great expression, because at the end of the day, expression beats perfection any day of the week. And if you have the most perfect photograph in the universe, it's a 0 if you have no expression from your subjects. And if you have fabulous expression, all bets are off. There's no bad photograph. If you have a great expression if you're photographing your child at home, you're a mom and you have the most fabulous expression off your little child, and there's a light socket on the floor, who cares? Nobody will ever see it because the expression on your child's face is so phenomenal.
And here's another from Hunter Freeman, who's a master at portraiture. He's also showing me how he coaches a subject. In the course, I talk about how as a photographer, you have to actively direct your shots.
Somebody who's just a friend or whatever that hasn't done this a lot will need a little bit of coaching. And what I like to do is just get people relaxed and not thinking about how they're sitting and what their expression is. So I'll do something like this, and I won't tell you any of these things. I'll just have you do them.
Okay.
Stand up for a second. Just stand up. Okay. Now sit down. Okay. Great. Now stand up again. Okay. Now sit down. Okay. All right. Just like that. Eyes here. Good. Okay. And then turn your head so your nose is right over here. Just take a big deep breath. Relax, eyes on camera, not your nose, just the eyes.
Okay.
Okay, not too much. Come back a little bit with the nose. Lean your head over this way a little bit. Good. Okay, nose over that way a little bit. Okay, eyes on here. There you go. Now you're looking fantastic. Now you can pretend like you're having a good time.
And here's one from Lauren Bath. She was deemed Australia's first professional Instagrammer. She has a huge following. She gives us her tips for shooting with backlight and portraiture.
Backlight. One of my very favourite shooting techniques is backlight, and it's simply the art of shooting your subject when the sun is directly behind it. Backlight shooting can be really tricky, as the brightness of the sun can fool your camera's light meter, and this is one time when I'm usually happy to blow or clip my highlights. In this image, my subject was a friend, and I really loved the effect of the light on her hair. This glow can be called hair light or rim light. I often choose between shooting my models at either eye level or from above. You can see in this straight-on portrait that I've clipped my highlights to overexpose the image. And when you're shooting down on your subject, it's always important to remember to avoid distortion. Some subjects look great when they're looking up at the camera, but it doesn't work for everyone. Finally, don't be afraid to go completely out on a limb and try new things. This image came about because it was raining too much to go outside, so I convinced my friend to hop into a bath of milk and autumn leaves. I call this the human flat lay.
Okay, I've given you tiny Baskin-Robbins spoonfuls from these 3 photographers, and realize that there are over 27 more courses in the 5-day deal bundle. So I recommend you grab one for yourself before the deal runs up on Tuesday. Just hit the eye there or the screen at the end and head on over and get yours now. And remember to get out and capture your own images of life.